It's George Lopez edits making the rounds on TikTok. I'm seeing a lot of Carmen slander, and I need to defend my girl right here. Because if you watch the show in full and not just going off of edits, the way this girl was such a victim in her family, it's not surprising that she ended up the way that she did seasons later. Mind you, at the beginning of the seasons, she was a fairly good kid, some normal teenage stuff, but a fairly good kid for the first couple of seasons. And the way her parents were constantly belittling anything she enjoyed, things that made her excited, her dreams, her aspirations, they would flat out tell her to her face about how annoying she was and what a chore she was to be around. George on many occasions would flat out say how much more he liked her brother versus her, and she was so unfairly treated versus her brother. For example, there is an episode where her brother Max drills a hole into Carmen's wall so that he can peep on her friends undressing, and when Carmen catches him peeping, she sprays something through the door, which, valid. Well, George comes in and he punishes her and then tells Max that he's completely valid, boys will be boys, and defends him peeping on her friends. When Angie, the mother, confronts him and says no, Max's behavior wasn't okay, George just keeps doubling down and defending it. Another example that is so telling of how she was treated overall is there is an episode where she finds out she's going to be a published poet. She goes to her mom, so excited to tell her. Mom's like, oh, okay, that's nice, honey. Then Max comes in directly after, says, hey, I got a B in class, which was impressive because he was in special ed and was struggling with school. But the way the mom reacted to the fact that he got a B, she's like, oh my God, that's amazing. She literally pushes Carmen out of the way, like physically pushes her out of the way, grabs her son, oh my God, this is beautiful. This is your day. You can have whatever you want. And Carmen's just sitting there kind of sad in the corner. And she's like, yeah, my poem's called Invisible Girl. And the mom doesn't acknowledge, apologize, or anything at all. Max absolutely outshines this moment. The only thing George really cared about and was weirdly obsessed with was Carmen's virginity. That was like the only thing that George really cared about when it came to Carmen. But of course, when it came to Max and when Max got older, George, of course, had a very boys will be boys, high-fiving Max when it came to those kind of relations and stuff as Max was getting older. It is normal for teenagers to go through like rebellious phases and stuff like that. But in Carmen's case in particular, it is understanding why she was seeking so much validation and love from outside sources, why she was so desperate for love and attention. So yes, I will not tolerate Carmen slander.